tell us the first thing that you find, or the most common thing, because Hunter and I have talked and touched on a lot of this with Jonathan Haidt and stuff like that. I was listening to Jonathan Haidt talk yesterday about how the first thing we do is we say, if there's something that we already have, so if there's a study that says coffee gives you breast cancer, the women are that love coffee are gonna try to find flaws in that study, right? And the ones who don't drink coffee are gonna be like, oh, that's interesting. So we tend to try to say to ourselves, can I believe this? Must I believe this? And then if you really want to believe something, you go, let me look for the data to see if I can believe this. I want to believe this. So that would be confirmation bias. So what do you find to be the number one sort of thing that somebody has to get out of their brain, or at least the habit that one has to kind of lose in order to begin this sort of process of being innovative?
Well, it's not an accident that the first bias that we go into, so we identify 8 of the cognitive biases that are tripping us up for innovation. And it's not an accident the first one we go into is negativity bias. This whole, yes, but. This reflects...
Yes, but. Is that what you said?
The whole yes, but, yeah. And the research is really compelling on it because, well, first of all the cognitive biases are non-conscious and reflexive, right? We just do them. They served our ancestors really, really well. So they were adaptive at certain points in our history. I mean, they are why we're still alive now. And when you think about negativity bias in particular, so, Aaaand and Thrak are out, wandering, close to the clan HQ, but you hear the rustle in the bushes. Aaaand is really smart, so he just gets the hell out of there.
Yeah, he's like, it's definitely a lion. Just to err on the side of caution, right? It's going to try to eat me.
So it's just a rustle in the bushes. He's not going to stop to ponder, hey, is that a distinct rustle? Is there something unique to that I ought to go, could that actually be prospect? Could that actually be new opportunity? Aaaand gets out of there. Thrak goes, well, no, I haven't heard quite that sort of rustle before. So I'm going to hang here for just a moment and see if I can, collect some more data. Of course, he's not thinking quite that high-mindedly because, it's the Pleistocene era. But the moment that he doesn't place as much distance between him and the rustle in the bushes as Aaaand did, his genetic fate takes probably a pretty good hit, right? Or at least, overall odds take a pretty good hit. So you repeat that over and over and over, and we are the descendants of the savants of risk aversion. So we come by this very honestly. And so negativity bias, bad is stronger than good. We know that negative people, events, and information will always loom much more largely in our cognition and in our emotions than their positive, counterparts.
I hope that people who are in human resources in the entire tech industry and everybody else, where they force you to go to negativity bias training, I hope that they understand that they're dealing with evolution. So human beings, we tend to react maybe a little bit in a negative manner when we see something new. It doesn't mean we're prejudiced or racist. It just means we're like, hey man, that's something new. I haven't seen that before. Good luck trying to change that, everybody. But keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, we're talking about, the echoes of thousands of generations here.
Yeah.
So the idea that we're going to, expunge that in a training session is
hilarious.
The best a training session can do is bring some awareness to it. So then with that, and hopefully we have some colleagues that, we're in it together. Hopefully it brings about a little bit of humility.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
Some awareness that that's there. And then you can start to do something about it.